Howdy, Spider Solitaire fans. It's time for Spider and Olde Scooter. I'm Olde Scooter. We're going to play some Spider Solitaire. If you don't know what it is, watch. It's a fun game. This is Spider Mac, the artificial intelligence behind the game, and we're going to play fiercely with her. Quite a competition. This is the Fire and Fury edition of Spider and Olde Scooter for obvious reasons. This is the 9th of August. Should you be looking at this in the future, you can remember back. This is when Herr President did the Fire and Fury rap on North Korea, causing all sorts of stir, and we'll talk about what the implications of the stir are. If you don't have implications for your stir, it's not a worthwhile stir. Sorry about the voice tonight. I'll do the best I can. Meantime, let's get on with the game. Other things to look forward to. I'm going to read a few stunning Maxims by the Duke of La Rochefoucauld. Onward with the game. Spider Solitaire, the two-suit version. If you are a solitaire person of any dimensions, but don't know about this specific one, I'd suggest you learn. It's quite interesting. It's kind of a gambling game. And I'll just pick off any moves I see here. I'm obviously playing smaller cards on larger cards. He said condescendingly. Oh, I hate condescension. I hate it particularly when I do it. It just slips out. What can I say? I'm not really even thinking condescending thoughts. It's just an affectation, I guess. Now, there's some good right and left stuff about the big climate report. What is it? The National Climate Assessment comes out every 4 years at Congress's behest. And apparently it was up on somebody's website. Maybe the EPA, I don't know. I haven't been able to find that out yet, probably because I haven't tried, since January, and not many people commented on it. It was the public comment period. Well, I didn't know it was there, did you? I would have commented on it. Now the New York Times says they have a squirreled out, a leaked, sneaked, and peeked version. But turns out it's the same one that's been online since January, so Fox News is chortling over that. Chortle. I hardly ever chortled anymore. I used to be a chortler. I can't even do it anymore. Go ahead, try a chortle. See, it's not that easy. So, here we are into the second deal, and looking around for moves. If I do this, then I can do this, which will free up this nice little stack. A 10-5 stack is not bad. We're trying to go all the way from king to ace, so I can move it up here and collect my $100. Speaking of bucks, I've put in 500 so far. I have to hit 550 to break even, the house margin. And it looks like the house has me over a small barrel at the moment. Now I've got a 10-3 stack, but really nothing else to speak of. Therefore, I shall not speak of it. So, take another deal, move around whatever is obvious to do. Always in a sincere hope that I won't miss any moves. But it's possible. The Microsoft version of Spider is when you think you're through, you can go down and click a place, and any move that's legal that you haven't made will show up. You can see, But in this version, you overlook a move, you miss a move. This is called a... No, it's not. I was going to show you a restack, but I couldn't do it. Hard to show what you cannot do. The reason this is called the Fire and Fury edition, of course, is that was President Trump's ad-lib comment during the session on opioid. Nothing like a session on opioids to bring up North Korea. But he did a schoolyard shout down with Kim Jong-un, saying that if you keep threatening us, we'll respond with fire and fury like the world has never known, which turned out to be almost a pure quote from Harry Truman right after we bombed Nagasaki and killed 170,000 people in a single flash. But we were in the middle of the war. It was kind of different. So Kim then threatens to blast Guam. And we all hope that it's just shadow play. But it might not be. You know, the old hide under your school desk stuff may finally come true. I'm so sorry. Just have to do it so I can talk. Sort of. Semi-talk. Alright, I'm halfway through the game. I've punched through this thin blue line not at all. I have no score. My voice is going. Oh, it's perfect. The real effect, I think, of stuff like the president making outrageous statements and setting the whole world into nervous reflex is that he's successfully avoiding our attention to his gradual reconstruction of the American system. As Mr. Bannon says, the deconstruction of the administrative state. Like reducing all the regulations that sort of save us from ourselves. Bad water, bad air, all that. And when you look at it, you find out they are undoing regulations explicitly wanted by big oil and big pharma and big insurance, and all those big guys that are sort of pulling us by the nose down to a corporatocracy. I've never lived in a corporatocracy, and I would really like never to have to. But like out here in New Mexico, which is where I are at. Okay, now then, maybe we can make a little progress here towards score. Thank you. So I was $83 in the hole, the $50 house margin, plus the $33 I'd spent, $1 a move. And then I made another move and moved this baby up. Hey, Ben McBride is offering to host the neighborhood association. Hey, Ben. All right, so now we're feeling kind of good. We've made $14, $5.50 to break even. We got $5.64. My arithmetic brain says that's a $14 lead at the moment. Won't last long, but I got a whole card left to deal. However, I still haven't punched any holes. And one of my observations is I've never won without wiping these guys out, because you can't. So I don't think I'm going to either, so I'll just lope right into the final round here. Oops, I don't need to do that. I can do instead that. And this, and this, and this, and this. Hard to know whether anything will come of it, but maybe. Oh, be still my heart. Another score. 657. I do stop and look at the numbers occasionally. I love 57. Private numerology. For reasons that are too silly to comment on at this minute. But if you were a regular viewer of Spider and Olde Scooter, you would have seen me expose myself on that issue before. It's not as bad as it sounds, but that may be it. You see anything else? Did I just? Yes, I did. That's lovely. I get to open another canned worm. Yes, and a 6. Little restack there. I keep going even though hope is fading, because I have vowed to play it out to the bitter end. I'm now exactly $100 ahead. And I'm not going to look too hard. Oh, there's one. Yeah, I gotta take all the moves I see. 6 will go over here. Nowhere for that ace. Ah, there's a little something. See? You never know. You just keep plugging along. Who knows? Now I've got a hole. It's my first hole in this whole thing when I punch through the thin blue line. Don't get all hopeful now, Will. Scooter Pie. Oh, yeah. Alright, well, this is one of the better hands lately. I was just going along in my usual mild pessimism about how things are going to go, and lo and behold, they went better than that. For which I'm grateful. The state of gratitude is a hard one to maintain. To be actually thankful, grateful, and not have it cluttered up with stuff like, oh, I didn't really deserve that, or I only got that because somebody was trying to, brown my nose. But no, just pure gratitude. I'm very grateful for having a semi-successful game, from which I will now retire, having made it $550 to $650 is $100, $650 to $736 is $86, so I made $186, and I'm grateful. Did I tell you? Oh, I would promise to read you some Maxims, just little short ones, they're pretty weird. The Maxims of Francois Duc de la Rochefoucauld, this wonderful little book. He's sort of the president of Maxims, the original maximologist. This is Maxim 495. Pay attention, young men. Young men entering life should be either shy or bold. A solemn and sedate manner usually degenerates into impertinence. Oh, I should say so. Here's number 496. Quarrels would not last long if the fault were only on one side. At number 497, bordering on the sexist, but remember this was the 1600s, it is valueless to a woman to be young unless pretty, or to be pretty unless young. Now, is that not sexist? I mean, we've been doing sexism for a long, long time. So we talked about that, we got to talk about that, we talked about that, we talked about the climate report, and so, what else is there to talk about? It was a joy playing Spider Solitaire in your presence. Try it sometimes. Absolutely wonderful game. Drive you into sort of an addictive state, but you can handle it. Good night.